Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Easy.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
1st down, Saints.
Ready. 5-9. Check. Watch the run. 5-9. Back, check. 59. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
pick your game.
Easy, opposite.
Check.
Easy.
On second down, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the ground, McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Right to the 3.
47. Hey, keep it up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 22, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Breeze now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On first down, Breeze drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
First down, New Orleans.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Mike. Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 11. Ready, cut.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's to his running back, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And here's a first down throw that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
20.
Check 20.
To the air again, Newton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 47. I got it. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check.
Great.
Come to my world. Pause. Come to my world.
Again, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7th. Throwing again is Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
Shotgun now for Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Eric Reed. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 41-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done
Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 76 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Breeze again. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Hey!
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Kill, 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 kill.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Check, yellow lady. Check, check, 59. Kill, 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 kill. Get that ball. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Newton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
at the Saints' 35-yard line.
Ready? Look at him. 56. Hey! 56. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Mike 56. Hustle. 56. Squeeze, double. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 8. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Under recon, 152 fighter.
Breeze now. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 4, check 4.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jim. Watch the eye. 5-9.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. Again has it complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. They'll run with a fullback, Zach Line. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. This is Zach Line, the fullback. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Zach Line, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Panthers take over. We got this at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike's 47.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Great.
Check. That's right. What is it?
The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
McCaffrey, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth.
56, Mike 56. You're not ready.
They snap it to Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready? Ready? Mike 27.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point try good by Gano. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here we go.
Now Breeze. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Ready. Waiting.
Mike is 59. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Alert flare.
Hey, kill.
Kamara try the right side, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, it's Kamara. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I know you feel that.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. First throw in overtime for Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Who's that? Hey.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Gun.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Shift. Watch the shift.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
At the 19-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
28-yard attempt.
kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be taken short.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Carolina, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Saints, despite the loss here, it was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.